Song, ready? The stars are light, are big and bright, deep in the heart of Texas. Okay, that worked.
Okay, let's see it.
What it is, what it is, what it is. It's your boy the Moose. Okay, check it out. So, we've been going deep in this crate business. I'm doing this for a reason, because when I was a new DJ, I wish I would have known what kind of music to get for certain kind of parties. We're about to get into the big guns. I did pop, but the next one that is real big is rock and roll. Believe it or not, it's genre with a subgenres. I do have another one that's after it called rockabilly, which is a subgenre of rock and roll. It's a mixture of different kinds of music. So rock and roll could be slow rock, it could be hard rock, it could be speed metal, metal. There's a lot. It's considered a lot. From we're gonna go from let's say Leonard Skinner to country rock to Metallica to a speed metal band. I also even have I even have a band in there, Pantera, which I'm gonna go ahead and say right now, I use Pantera for Walk. I just used one song in Pantera. It's called Walk. I will throw that out. So it's not in here. I did that when I did the Lupus Walk. I thought it would be a good song to get the blood pumping. So I didn't do it at the beginning, I did it in the middle of the walk, which was pretty good because I went across the board with everything. I didn't stay in genre. What I did was at the Lupus Walk, it was a walk that went around the circumference of Round Rock, Lake and Round Rock. So it was actually, yes, it was done by actually yes, it was done in the heart of Round Rock. You have Blue Row, have Round Rock, and you have Georgetown. So it was in Round Rock. So anyway, without further ado, let's get into this music, because it's a lot to cover, and I'm glad you guys are liking this, because if I had YouTube a long time ago, man, I would have had all this stuff already. But I'm glad YouTube's here, so check it out. I forgot about this genre here. We're not gonna, it's not that big, so we're just gonna go in and I'm just gonna touch up on a couple. Is R&B. Beyonce. Single Ladies. Probably gonna be the biggest song to get, and I would suggest Single Ladies. If you're going to get to anything from Beyonce, Single Ladies is probably going to be your best bet because you're going to hear that in a lot of weddings, believe it or not. Yes. This song right here, though, is one of the most popular songs that I use when it comes to tossing a bouquet. But anyway, Bobby Brown was another good R&B singer, so look him up. Humping Around is a good song, but he goes across the board with his group that he was with. Yes, Ronnie, Bobby, Mickey, and Mike. Cool It Now is what he's with. Not Cool It Now, but Kool and the Gang. That's what he's with. So anyway, Touch Me, Tease Me by Case. Destiny's Child is another group to get. Destiny's Child. Independent Woman is a good song to get. Like I said, Destiny's Child with Beyonce, Knowles, and the other two. It was really good music. No 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 is a good song to get. I didn't go too much into it, but like I said, Destiny's Child is a must-have in your genres. So get Destiny's Child. The next one is Diana Ross. Believe it or not, Diana Ross has Where Did Love Go and Baby Love. Those two songs are top hits from her. In Vogue. Make sure you get In Vogue and get What a Man and Free Your Mind. Those two songs are good dance songs. In this genre, those two songs will get somebody dancing. Oh, and I'm sorry. And the other one is You're Never Gonna Get It. My Love is what the song is called. Faith Evans with You Used Me, You Used to Love Me is a good song. Friends of Destruction, it could be placed anywhere. I have it in two places. I had it in disco. It didn't belong there. I put it here. There's a lot of good songs from Friends of Destruction that you can get. They're really, to be honest with you, they're across the board. Yeah. The Gap Band. You Dropped the Bomb on Me is a good song to get. They're disco, they're R&B, they're hip hop, so they fall under all three. Gloria Estefan, Here We Are, and then I have her in the other one too. So Proud Mary by Ike and Tina Turner. This is a good song. Ike and Tina Turner had really good songs too. So make sure you have old Ike and Tina in there. Immigration, Just an Illusion is a good song. The Hard Knock Life by Jay-Z. It's the only song I have of Jay-Z. It's a really good song though. Must have. This Irene Cara with the Flash Dance, which is a good song too. Okay. And then Price Tag by Jessie J. Kool and the Gang by Celebration. Celebration, that's a good song for them. That's Kool and the Gang, like I said, was Robbie and Bobby and all them. Doo Wop by Lauryn Hill. You Can Feel the Beat by Lisa and the Cult Jam. It's a good song. You're All I Need by Marvin Gaye. And then you get into Marvin Gaye. I Heard Through the Victory Ride. That's a good song too. But Mercy, Mercy Me is pretty good. Let's Get It On. Marvin Gaye is one of those must-haves. Percy Sludge. When a Man Loves a Woman. This is a popular song that they have. Ray Charles, Hit the Road Jack. Ray Charles had a lot of good songs too that he covered, but this one right here was a good one to put in there. Sade, another good singer. I got the sexiest Taboo. Must have Sade. The Marvelettes, Please Mr. Postman, and then Pump Up the Jam. Pump Up the Jam was done by these people, and they were also done by Salt and Pepper. So just to let you know, there's two versions of that song. And then Toni Braxton, Never Just for a Ring. Spanish Guitar is a good song too. All these songs for you are really good. Tony had Feels Good. Feels Good is a good Tony's band. Or Total. Kissing You by Total. Total is another group. Tweet had a bunch of good songs too. Boogie Tonight was the song that you want to get most of all out of all that besides Beautiful. Beautiful is a very good song for Tweet. And then the next song, Musical Introduction. Whitney Houston had a bunch of songs too, but I Want to Dance with Somebody it'll get them going. So if you want somebody to dance, get that song on. Or She Works Hard for the Money by Donna Summers. And then we will Still Love Me Tomorrow by Smokey Robinson. Now, rock and roll, like I said earlier, there's a lot of groups in here that I'm going to mention. I am going to say this, though. There's a lot of groups that I am going to mention that that you're going to like. You're probably not going to understand because I'm going in deep into rock and roll. So just a pro tip. There's a big pro tip going on here with this rock and roll stuff. The first one is AC/DC. Now, AC/DC had a rough start. They started out, they had two singers, two frontmen. The second didn't want to start with the first. So they basically came out with a new sound when 1980 hit. 1979 is when they lost their first singer. So a lot of these are up to date. These 5 songs here are probably going to be the popular of the songs that you're going to get. Like I said, Back in Black, Highway to Hell, Shoot to Thrill, Thunderstruck, and You Shook Me All Night Long. Now there's all kinds of other songs too, but these 5 right here are must-have when it comes to rock and roll. Now rock and roll parties are to be one of the most, but I'm going to go through different songs too to dance to if you're doing a rock and roll wedding. The next group is Aerosmith. Now, Steven Tyler branched out to do his own in recent years, but Steven Tyler is the front man for Aerosmith.
Now, these songs that I have here are the popular of the songs they've seen. The Big 10-inch record song actually is the center because I did this song at a party 2 Decembers ago. It was December 28th, actually, 2 days before New Year's Eve, when I was to do a party for a hairstylist and her customers. And she was giving tribute to her customers. So that was the song that I played there. And the theme was, it was rock and roll, but with the tributes to different singers. They came in dressed up as everybody. It was a real good party, but What a Feeling by Anthony Hamilton is a must-have. Nut Rocker by B Bubble and the Strings. Like I said, this is getting into Bad Company. Feel Like Making Love. Bad Company sings a lot of good songs too, but Feel Like Making Love is a good song to get. Barry Mann, Who Put the Bomb? Another good song to get. Billy Idol. Billy Idol goes across the board. Eyes Without a Face, White Wedding, Rebel Yell, Flesh and Fantasy, and Dancing with Myself. Must have music by Billy Idol. Next, we're going to get into the Sabbath. Now, Black Sabbath had a lot of good songs, but the two songs that we're going to look at are War Pigs and Iron Man. If they say they want Black Sabbath, you get these two songs in your must-haves because they are going to be a big help for you trying to get them rocking. You want to get them rocking, you put on War Pigs. If you want to get them rocking, put on Iron Man. I guarantee you'll get them rocking. Like I said, there's a lot of good songs with Black Sabbath. Black Sabbath is Ozzy Osbourne's band before he went on his own. And Ozzy does go on his own and he gets back with Black Sabbath. So it's pretty much a no-brainer. Black Sabbath was Ozzy's band, so just a little hit. And then, like I said, I got a lot of... Now, this one right here, Night Moves. This group right here, Bob Singer and the Silver Bullet Band. It doesn't say that, but that's what you're going to look for. Pro tip on this. That's a big pro tip. When you're looking for some of these music, you need to make sure that you get the right singer. I forgot I had the song. There's a couple songs by Bob Seger to get, but Night Moves is one of the biggest ones. Bobby Rydell, Swingin' Soul, is a good song to get. And then you get into Boston, More Like a Feeling. Boston's another good band to get. Dum Dum by Brenda Lee. She's a good singer. Sealed with a Kiss by Brian Hyland. And then Revenge and Hey Baby. Brooke Benton by Revenge. And then Hey Baby by Bruce Chanel. Bruce Springsteen, Hungry Heart. Bruce Springsteen is another group, another singer that has and goes across the board too. So you can't go wrong with Bruce Springsteen. Chuck Berry, Chubby Checker, The Twist. I only have one Chubby Checker, but Chubby Checker does R&B too. So you find him in a lot of genres. So Chubby Checker, Twist. And then Chuck Berry. Chuck Berry was was very familiar back in the 60s. Chuck Berry started out in the 60s, the early 50s actually. Johnny Be Good is a song that you want to get, but I'm going to tell you something. Any of these songs that you see here is a must-have. Sweet Little Rock and Roller, Johnny Be Good, Almost Grown, Natalie, Come On, I'm Talking About You. I'm going to tell you something. He put the speed metal. He started speed, the sound in the speed metal, even though he wasn't doing it yet, but he kind of got the grips to where speed metal came from. So that's a pro tip there. Just to let you know. A lot of people won't say that, but if you ever listen to his riffs, you understand what I'm saying. Him and one other gentleman, I got him in here, and I'll go through it too. Hey Little Girl by Del Shannon. That's a good song. These songs, 1950s, 60s. Sea of a Broken Heart by Don Gibson. By Dennis Kang. Hotel California by the Eagles and Widget Woman. These two songs are a must-have. Eagles, when you get the Eagles, you're going to hear this song a lot. That's a big one. Now, Eddie Cochran is another song, another singer back in the 50s and 60s that was popular. So, the song that made him popular is, where is it? It is Summertime Blues is what made him popular. Yes. And then we get into the man himself, the King of Rock, Elvis Presley. Elvis Presley, you cannot go wrong playing Elvis. I don't care which one you want to play. Pick a song, any song, you'll get them dancing. There are a couple songs that I want to, Jailhouse Rock and Blue Suede Shoes. Jailhouse Rock will get them moving, but Elvis Presley, anything from Elvis Presley will get them moving. As you can see, I got a lot of Elvis Presley, but because he does get the Big Hunk of Love by Elvis Presley. These are all good songs. But like I said, Elvis Presley is a must-have. Foreigner, Feels Like the First Time. Foreigner has a bunch of good songs too. Frankie Ford is 60s, all out 60s. Big Girls Don't Cry by Frankie and the Four Seasons. Get that song. Anytime that you're doing music, you're going to play this song. Now, 24 Hours to Tulsa by Gene Pitney. It can be in country too. It's a country song, but a rock and roll style. George Thorogood. George Thorogood, Bad to the Bone. George Thorogood has a lot of good songs. Must have. Hines, Just Like Eddie. Get that song. Huey Smith. Huey Piano Smith. Don't Just Know It. And then we get into, don't get him confused with Huey Lewis and the News, because it's a totally different person. And then The Heart of Rock and Roll by Huey Lewis and The Power of Love by Huey Lewis and the News. And then the next song is A Whole Lot of Shaking Going On by Jerry Lee Lewis. Jonah Jett. Jonah Jett, like I said, you can't go wrong. Jonah Jett and the Blackhearts. She sings a lot of songs by herself, but she got with the Blackhearts and did a lot of good songs too. So don't forget about Jonah Jett. Okay, and then John Travolta's Grease Lightning. When you're doing a 60s themed music, get that song. You won't go wrong. And then Kansas. Dust in the Wind. Candace had a lot of good songs too, but Dust in the Wind was a very good song from them. Stairway to Heaven by Led Zeppelin. Led Zeppelin had a lot of good albums too, but Stairway to Heaven is a good song to play. Now Wiggle Wobble by Les Cooper. Listen to the 1960s. Locomotion by Little Eva in the 1960s. Give Me Three Steps by Leonard Skinner, another band to have in your genre. Leonard Skinner had a bunch of songs to play, but Give Me Three Steps is that, and then there's Sweet Home Alabama by Leonard Skinner. Those are must-haves. Another Brick in the Wall Part 1 and 2 by Pink Floyd are good songs to have in your genre when you're playing rock and roll. Play the Game by Queen. Now we're going to get into the next band, and I'm going to tell you this. You cannot go wrong by playing anything from Queen. Nothing wrong by playing anything from Queen. Bicycle Race, The Best Friend of Fat Bottom Girl, Save Me, Crazy Little Thing Called Love. Bohemian Rhapsody is very popular. Another one bites the dust, but We Will Rock You. But I want to tell you, I Want to Break Free, man. It's a good song too. You need to listen to these songs. If you don't know anything about Queen, you need to get into it and listen to their music. Watch their movies, get in their documentaries, and understand that Queen was a big pitchman for a lot of groups. Rockin' Little Angel by Ray Smith, another 60s. Jesse's Girl by Rick Springfield. Rick Springfield goes across the board. You can't go you can't go wrong with getting Rick Springfield a Rock Bell in a Dream. Roy Orbison is another one. Trying to Get to You. Roy Orbison sang Pretty Woman also. So those two songs come to mind with Roy Orbison. Having a Party and Chain Gang by Sam Cooke. Sam Cooke also is a good person to have in your music. Let There Be Drums by Sandy Nelson. And then next one, Santana. I only have one song of Santana because that was the song that they wanted, but that's Black Magic Woman. But Santana, anytime you get rock and roll, you throw some Santana, any kind of Santana, but this one right here will get them going. Stacy Q, Two of Hearts, a very popular song, one hit wonder. You're in the Army Now by Status Quo, another good song. The Sky is Crying by Stevie Ray Vaughan. Stevie Ray Vaughan, like I said, is another one of those groups that you can't go wrong with getting anything from him. The Beatles. Much said to be about the Beatles. I could go a whole tribute to the Beatles. The Beatles only have two songs because they were requested. The Champs. The Champs had a couple good songs. Limbo Rock. If you're doing Beach Party, you want to do them to Limbo, play that song. Too Much Tequila and Tequila. Mr. Sandman by the Cordells. The Contours, Do You Love Me? Earth Angel by the Crew Cuts. That'll Be the Day by the Crickets. Save the Last Dance for Me by the Drifters. Now, the next one is the Isley Brothers by Twist and Shout. The Isley Brothers made all kinds of good music too, so make sure you look out for them, get an album of them. You Really Got a Hold on Me by the Miracles. The Great Pretender by the Planters. Right, and the next group needs no introduction. Beast of Burden, Jumpin' Jack Flange, and Angie. The Rolling Stones. If you get anything from the Rolling Stones and you play them, you're going to get them dancing. That is guaranteed. This is a rock and roll party now. Apache the Shadows. Will You Love Me Tomorrow by the Shirleys. Wheels by Strings and Long. Papa Was a Rolling Stone by the Temptations. Another good group to get, the Temptations. It's Raining Men by the Weather Girls. Brown Eyed Girl, Van Morrison. Van Morrison sang a lot of good songs too. Domino and In the Mystic, Brown Eyed Girl. And I got back into Queen. Somehow I got back into Queen, but that's what I did. I did the let's go in here. I didn't talk about yeah, that's what it is. Wheels by the Stringalongs. Papa Was a Rolling Stone by the Temptations. The Stripper. Oh, here we go. Love Like a Symphony. Abercross. Then The Stripper by David Rose. Final Countdown by Europe. When I do my New Year's Eve parties, I usually, the last song I play is the Final Countdown. It's 5 minutes and 13 seconds long, so what I usually do is this is the last song I play before the ball drops. I strategically do that. So, yes. And then Change the Love by Pat Boone. Diana by Paul Anka. Happy Birthday, Sweet 16. There you go. The song again. Neil Sedek. And then Roll with the Changes by REO Speedwagon. I Don't Want to Hold You Back by Toto. Africa by Toto. Good song to get. And then the last one is Boom by Ex-Ambassadors. This next genre of rock and roll is called rockabilly. I'm just going to get a touch of this because it's only 2 pages, so yeah, it's only 2 pages. You're going to get Brian Setzer, and you're going to get that song Cock-a-Doodle Don't. If you listen to this music, you'll understand what I'm saying, that there's a lot of repeats in here. Eddie Crocker and I'm Ready. Eli Young Band, Don't on My Parade, Down on My Parade. And then Hank Ballad with Let Go, Let Go, Let Go. Oklahoma Shine, Mel McDaniel. Blue Suede Shoes by Mel McDaniel. The Way to Do the Thing by Mel McDaniel. And then Mel McDaniel is a really good good group to get. The Man Who Can Do No Right by Memphis Billy Rockabilly Band. There's a lot of Memphis rockabilly, but that's one you're going to get. The rock and roll rhythm is pretty good too. Then we got the Reverend Horton Heat. You're gonna get the song. Anyway, Mad Mad Heart by Reverend Horton Heat. And then the Stray Cats. She's Sexy and 17 is a good song. Stray Cats have a lot of good songs. Little Miss Prissy, Hip Hop Gotta Go, the Too Hip Gotta Go. They're big as a Stray Cat Strut. Is a good song. If you're gonna get Stray Cats, this Stray Cat Strut is probably what they want to hear most. Like I said, Stray Cats go across the board. The Blasters and the Blasters. And then you have Alley Oop by the Hollywood Argyles. And then you have Happy Birthday to You by the Monkees. The Monkees is another group to get. We'll do soul real quick too. And then there's soul. The Queen of Soul, Aretha Franklin, Chain of Fools. Aretha has a lot of good songs to get. I got this song in here because it was requested, but Toni Braxton is in two places, as you can see. She was in hip hop too. She's also in R&B. Actually, she's in three places because she can be found in three different styles, and so is Tweet. Tweet's done in three different styles, but this Lady Marmalade. I put Christina Aguilera in here. I put her in here specifically so there you have it. We're about to finish. I'll finish tomorrow. I could actually finish it. I'll finish stuff. The next video I'm going to shoot is my Spanish, my twerk, and my top 40. And we're going to get in the top 40 I'm going to get in the top 40 and I'm going to explain to you what needs to happen in top 40, because top 40 changes. When they say they want top shelf, they want top 40. You can get top 40 if you want, but actually America has the Billboard 100. You need to, pro tip, as DJs, we need to go to the Billboard Top 100. Actually, I'll leave a link below to MP3 Million. Go check them out because you can't go wrong. Because I'm gonna pro tip this next comment, because if you go to MP3 Million, they have on their site, they have music that is wanted in America, Europe, and all over. So, and it's on top 40. They have top 40, and they have the Billboard 100, and they have all that. So they even have the popular 10, the top 10. So by Casey Kasem. Casey Kasem did top 40. So just if you're familiar, Casey Kasem did top 40s for a long time. But anyway, so there you have it. Subscribe to my channel. Ring my bell, ring my bell. I didn't talk about that song. I will say this though, it's a good song to get into your music. If you like what you heard, go ahead and hit the like button. If you didn't like what you hear, hit the dislike button. But tell me why in the comments below. If you liked it, tell me why you liked it. Tell me what you could tell me what you want to hear next, and I'll go. I'll give it a go. Like I said, I'm gonna get into the last three genres that I have in my book, and we'll be done. With music, and music always, the way music for me is this. And pro tip again, like I said, um, he talks about it a lot, and I want to use that as an example. If you don't, you need to go and check out DJ Unstoppable. I guarantee you, if you go to DJ Unstoppable, he'll talk about it all the time, about his trusty old notepad. You need to have a notepad. Without being said, if you don't know, now you know. And knowing is half the battle. Peace.